for the Terminator poster, I don't think anyone would have any idea what film we're doing.
You look a bit like Blade Runner.
Actually, I look more like one of the punks that he beats up rather than Arnie.
I don't think that helps. That's not super clear what it is it?
We'll change it. Okay.
I just got all nervous then.
Alright. I'm so nervous. Alright.
If you watch us, if you listen to us on Spotify or anything else, consider watching us on YouTube, and vice versa.
See why we're nervous.
You dress up and stuff.
Hi, welcome to the Bencher Movie Club. I'm Charlie.
And I'm the Terminator.
Please like, subscribe and share.
Yeah,
I say it at the beginning because, we always leave it at the end, but then people have fallen asleep. So, like, subscribe and share before you fall asleep. It now.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
If you're on Spotify, if you're listening to us on Spotify, watch us on YouTube.
You can leave a comment on Spotify now.
Can you?
Yeah. But you can leave a comment saying, please be interesting. Please be good. I haven't watched this video yet. And
come see us dressed up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And usually we talk about one film, but in this one, we're going to do a versus. The Terminator, me, from 1984 versus Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
T2.
From 1991.
Just off the bat.
But that's just it, because they're the only two.
It even has a better nickname. T2.
No, that's really...
Better nickname.
It's very 90s.
Everything is better.
No. They're both better than Terminator 3 and Terminator Salvation, Genesis, Dark Fate, the Bollywood Terminator.
Was that just one movie?
Yeah. Have you seen the Bollywood Terminator?
No. Don't think I have.
He's the most powerful Terminator.
Is he?
100%. I'm going to put a clip in and you'll see why. It's got it's sort of like a mix between Terminator and the Matrix. And it's all his guns shooting him and he just goes and makes them all come towards him and then he starts shooting them back at people. And then there's a bit where there is loads of Terminators and they're turned into a giant snake. And it's cool. Anyway.
Terminator.
Both films were written and directed by James Cameron, who, he worked on Aliens while he was waiting for Arnold to finish doing Conan the Destroyer.
Is it?
Because he wanted Arnold for the Terminator, and while he was waiting, they said, well, we've got a few other projects. We want to do a sequel to Alien, and he done the Aliens script. Brilliant film. Both films star Arnold Schwarzenegger, who you might know from Beretta's Island or Hercules in New York. I think they're his two most famous films, isn't they? Them classics.
Not Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. I've heard of it.
No?
Which one's that?
Or Twins. No, not heard of that.
Twin Towers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's in it.
Oh.
Anything else?
I don't know. He's done quite a few, isn't he? Well, according to you, he's only done them.
Beretta's Island and Hercules in New York. They're the ones that first come to mind.
They're super classics.
You also got Linda Hamilton in both, who's in Dante's Peak and Bermuda Tentacles.
I'm actually surprised that she's even got anything else, because I swear I've never seen her in anything else.
I thought it was going to be like, she's so shit at acting. I'm surprised she got any other work. That's a bit rude.
You say she's so shit at acting?
No, she's not. I'm saying, I thought that's what you were saying.
No.
I think she's a good actor.
I've just never seen her in anything else, ever. It's like she dropped off the planet and then all of a sudden showed up for the last one they made, which I've not seen.
She was too busy giving it to James Cameron. You know, they dated.
Was it?
In the first film, you've also got Michael Biehn.
Yes.
Who's in Aliens and Tombstone. It's Kyle Reese.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Lance Henriksen as well. He's in the first Terminator. He's also in Aliens. And he's Dog Day Afternoon, The Quick and Dead. No, the cop who keeps saying these weird little things. He's going like, "Hey, remember this one time at band camp?" And the main detective was like, "Yeah, shut up. I'm listening to this."
Yeah.
One time at band camp, we weren't supposed to have pillow fights, but we had a pillow fight.
Shut up.
But then in part 2, you got Edward Furlong,
Right.
who plays John Connor, who's also is in American History X and Pecker. And you got Robert Patrick, who's the T-1000, who's in Copland and The Faculty. And both films, you had Stan Winston working on it. That's the special effects, who worked on Aliens, Predator, Jurassic Park, Batman Returns. Yeah. So I think that proves I won. Now, you want...
Really?
Yeah. Now, let me put the case forward for The Terminator, why I think The Terminator is the better of the two films. I love Terminator 2. I think it's one of the best sequels ever. So what have you got to...
Was that it?
Yeah.
It's a bit hard, isn't it? Right, so I saw the second one first. So there's a little bit of biasy in that because I just saw that one first. It's just how it happened. Because I guess it's my age at the time. And
because Terminator 2 was so huge, was big, and everyone was going, "Oh, you got to watch Terminator 2." Back when you was younger, you didn't go, "But I ain't seen the first one." You go, "Okay, I'll watch this film. I hear it's good." Oh, Arnie was obviously huge at the time. Everything he was doing was big, and they went, "Oh, it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger action film."
And it fit into the typical he's the good guy kind of roles. And there was a 7-year gap in it between them, which I didn't even realise.
But I think that's where they made a mistake with part 2. Here's me digging in. Part 2 already. Hold on. I ain't finished.
They haven't.
No. They've done the right thing. The film. I'm not slagging off the film. This is actually slagging off the promotion for the film. They had a teaser trailer, really good teaser trailer for Terminator 2, where it was just a production line of all these like endoskeletons before they had the skin put on them, and all of a sudden one had Arnie's skin on and he's opened his eyes and it was like, "Oh, T2, he's back," or something like that. And everyone was, "Oh, wow, they've made another Terminator," because obviously between the first Terminator and the second one, he became one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
So they thought, "Oh, great, he's doing one of his best films, he's doing a sequel to it." But that's all they knew about it. Then, when they released a proper trailer, it showed him as a good guy. Good dog. But if you don't know that, if you watch the first Terminator film, where he's a relentless killing machine, and then in part 2, especially you've got Robert Patrick, who's looks like this skinny, weak man, sort of like Michael Biehn was in the first one. You assume he's going to protect John Connor.
Right.
And they walk into that corridor and you think, which one's going to kill him? It's got to be the Terminator, that we know. And then he goes, "Get down." And that is the reveal. That's the twist. But they showed that in the trailer.
Oh, God.
So it sort of ruins it. I mean, we all know that anyway, because, I remember watching Terminator 2 and already knowing that he was the good guy. He's there to save John Connor.
Yeah.
Whether I'd seen it in the trailer or someone just basically said.
I was so young, I didn't see trailers. Just happened to watch the movie. I don't know where, when, how. I'm assuming it was like just with the family. They were very young. It was the first one I saw. So it was the first one I didn't see until much later in life. I think it might have been even early 20s.
Later in life.
No. Much.
Oh, much.
Much later in life.
I thought you remembered the specific month. So, right.
I can't remember if it was early. No, I don't think it was early 20s. It might have been in my...
Yesterday.
I have a vague memory of seeing it when I was young as well, but it definitely wasn't. It was the second one I saw, and I didn't like it. And I think the main reason I didn't like it is because I wasn't used to seeing Arnold as a bad guy. Because all the other movies I'd seen, he was always the good guy. So it was strange to me, and I didn't like it, and it made me hate it. But I was a kid.
Made you feel funny.
Like the other hits, like Kindergarten Cop, etc., Twins, and whatever. He's always a good guy.
Raw Deal.
Yeah.
We had a Raw Deal. Commando.
He's always like a good guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so to me, it just seemed really weird that I've just started watching this film and he's a bad guy, and I was like, thrown by it. I was like, he's never that. But I was, like I said, I was a kid.
Watching it as an adult.
Watching it last night, it's much better than I remember it being. It is much better than I remember it being. And it does...
Now say Terminator 2.
Terminator 2 is the best.
No, just say Terminator 2.
No.
Okay, I'll wait for that.
It is much better than Terminator 2. No, it is a lot better, and it's nice to see like how they actually started the story essentially, and it is the beginning of the entire story. You don't actually need the first to understand what happens from the second onwards, though.
No, but I mean, it obviously you say that, but then when you watch the first one, the second one does make more sense. Because the second one, you think, okay, so they're two robots from the future, and they're trying to like protect or kill John Connor. Yeah, okay, it's fine. But where he keeps talking about his mum and goes, "Oh look," and they go, "Here's the photos of him going into a police station, killing loads of people." You'd be thinking, well, why didn't he succeed the first time around?
Yeah, I didn't think that.
No, because he was a child.
Yeah, but I just didn't.
But I think
you still understood
why the first one. I'll tell you why I loved the second one, but the first one, the reason
I thought it was supposed to be 1 versus 2.
Yeah,
you're doing a lot of defending of the second for me.
I know.
Shall I just leave?
Because I feel I need to defend it before what I say. So the first Terminator, even though there was that legal battle and they said as if he'd ripped off a Twilight Zone episode. So the first one obviously establishes the whole world, and it says like in the future of 2029. It's on the poster. In the year of darkness 2029.
I'm quite sure he says 27. Didn't he say 27 at one point in the first movie?
It probably mentions it at one point. He goes, and then in 2027, I learned to drive and blah blah blah. It probably made a reference or something. Or I started doing this, or they brought out these new Terminators.
I'm quite sure they were saying that they won the war in 27 or something.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Anyway, the point is, we've got a bit of time left. You know, a couple of years away. We're okay for now. They send the robots back, obviously, and it's what I like about the first one is it's like it always meant to happen, because obviously John Connor would never have been born if he hadn't sent back Kyle Reese to impregnate his mum.
Technically, yeah, in a way, but
not in a way.
But one of the lines he says is like, "Oh yeah, I'm from almost like a possible future or something." I can't remember the exact wording he used. He said something like, "From a possible future of yours," almost like an alternate, because
but that's what he's feeling.
Obviously,
he doesn't know.
He didn't know him coming back was obviously him
part of the thing. It had to happen, but that's what I'm saying. He didn't know that, so he comes back and goes, "I don't know how it works. Possible future, maybe," but it's established at the end that it was always meant to be, because he's got that photo of Sarah Connor, which I thought was a nice little touch at the end, when she has the little Mexican kid taking the photo. Yeah. And that's the photo that he's had all these years.
And he always said, "Oh, wondering what you was thinking at the time." And it turns out she was literally doing a voice note of like in a tape recorder for John, talking about
him.
Yeah, talking about.
That's why I think it's such a. The first Terminator works completely on its own, obviously, and if it had ended,
so does the second.
No.
Yes, it does.
If it ended there, if the first Terminator had ended there, then that would have been fine. It weren't like, oh, but there's so many questions left, because it's like, so full circle. So it's always meant to happen. It was always going to come that way. Part 2, they come back and it's like, oh no, this time it's different. You know, this time we can change the future and change things. And again, I'm not going to keep saying that I love Part 2, because I do. But Part 1 edges it for me. I think it was done on such a smaller budget compared to the second one, and it achieved so much with it as well. And I liked the 80s decor and how it is such an 80s film with like the music and everything, you know. So why is Part 2 better?
It's just better in every way, isn't it? That's it. End of story.
No, it's not better in every way. Of course it is. It's not as scary as the first one.
It's not supposed to be. It's better. Is the first one meant to be scary?
Yeah. Well, it is scary if it's basically like a slasher film, because he's following her, and you think this relentless monster, and the bit where he stands up out of the fire at the end as the endoskeleton, they used to stop motion. Did you know with the first one?
A bit shit though, that did.
The only reason I could sort of accept Part 2, because Part 2 was going to happen in Part 1, because there was going to be 2 Terminators in the first one. The second one being the liquid metal Terminator, but they was going to do it with plasticine. So they was going to make it like stop animation, plasticine thing, but the budget would have been too much, so he scrapped that, and it was only years later with the advancement of like computers,
CGI, yeah, because
he thought, I can do it now.
Yeah, I thought that's why they waited so long to do the second one, because he waited for CGI to get to a good enough point to make it look good enough.
Yeah,
to make the liquid one.
James Cameron's always tried to be at the forefront of special effects anyway. He's always tried to, whether it was with like The Abyss, Titanic or Avatar, he's always like pushed things like that. But what was good about about Terminator 2 is the amount of time they spent on the liquid metal. Because I think the T-1000 looks better than all the ones that came afterwards.
Yeah,
like the girl in part 3 whose boobs grow.
But I think a lot of that comes to, like you said, is time. A lot of the time CGI can look phenomenal. Like in Avatar, you could have CGI like that in every movie if the studios actually gave the time and the budget to allow films to do that. But they don't, obviously, like you just said, and then they condense everything, and then it just never looks as good, and then that's why it ages badly. Yeah,
and also what happened? Spielberg went to watched Terminator 2 because obviously when Cameron's mates see what he was doing, and that's what made him then do Jurassic Park. He knew what he could do with Jurassic Park, and what Jurassic Park and Terminator 2 does well is they use CGI, but they also mix in practical effects as well. So like. They deliberate use of twins in Terminator 2. Like the security guards, they're twins in real life, aren't they? Linda Hamilton's got a twin.
Yeah.
So like they'd have her twin, like the bit at the end where the T-1000 pretended to be her.
Yeah. It's her twin sister. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the moulding of practical, but the first one pretty much only uses practical. Like the bits where he's on top of the car and you see it racing along, they actually just had like this big wall thing spinning round. So it looks like they're driving, but to this day, you still look and think, wow, that looks great, because it's hard. You know, some of the stop animation looks a little bit ropey.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's because of his dodgy foot.
There was a bit when they showed in the past, and there was a guy on the gunner, and he was being fun like this.
Yeah.
Also, it's right at the beginning of the first one, you know, when the Terminators first show up, and the guy... His truck like dies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's like,
what the fuck?
No, he goes, what the hell? Like that, right? And then he looks, and there's all this lightning, and he just sees someone appear.
He jumps out and runs off.
But then he goes, what the hell? In this exact same tone and everything. Like they literally just copied that one and added it there. There was, because it's like his face is like that. All panicked.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's only a small part.
It's quite jarring, wasn't it? Yeah, but you know, it's at least make him like, if you just get him to say it like a bit more.
The first one
scared, isn't it?
I'll tell you what else the first one has over the second one. The first one's got Bill Paxton in it.
And yeah, I saw one of the punk. Yeah.
He's one of the only people and one of the only actors who's been killed by a Terminator, an Alien, and a Predator.
Oh, is it?
Because obviously in Aliens he gets pulled through the floor, and in Predator 2 he's on the train, and the Predator comes over asking for his ticket.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Punches his ticket, yeah.
Like that. Punches his ticket.
Yeah.
Later, obviously right at the start of the movie as well, with Mr. Bean running away from Michael Bean. Running away from the police.
Oh, I do.
Hey, buddy, did you just see it real bright, like...
Hold it right.
He miraculously happens to end up in a department store of clothes where he's able to do a Nike advert.
Yeah. But no, in fairness,
it very much felt like a Nike advert.
listen,
But
don't
it
start,
did.
don't start saying convenient things because that happens a lot more.
Putting his clothes on and stuff, obviously, which I understand. You got to get him dressed at some point, but it was just a bit where he's in like what I think was a changing room or whatever.
No,
and then it just shows him putting the Nike
shoes.
Yeah, Nike advert. It just felt like a proper Nike advert. Oh, Nike paid to be in this movie, this part of the movie. Bit of advert.
That happens a lot more in part two.
They actually kept showing his Nike shoes a couple of times. I realised
they were actually nice shoes. I'm not into sort of advert, Nike necessarily, but I would have a pair of them definitely. But unfortunately, every pair that's like that is probably faded away now.
I'm surprised that it didn't just come up with on the side like retails now at $9.99.
But look, he's wearing a tramp's trousers, so you must think of piss all the way through the film. Remember, like, he gets, "Oh, buddy, you see a bright light? Oh, it's on my pants." And it's not like he suddenly comes out and he's all dressed in this designer clobber. He gets like some dodgy flashes, Matt. And you know what, as well? Watching it now, I'm more envious of his body than Arnie's body. Yeah, I think if I had a choice between one of them, I'd have Michael Biehn's body because it's not a bit of fat on him. You know, obviously, which is realistic because he's from the future. This is what gets one of those about subsequent ones. When you see ones coming back from the future, other humans, and they look all meaty and like really muscly, and you think,
what humans?
Well, like, okay, if you go to the other, like Terminator Salvation, so you got like Christian Bale, and you got or who is it? Jai Courtney's in one of. I think Jai Courtney plays.
Oh, you mean Reese. When they're actually in the future?
I think is it Genesis or is it Dark Fate, where it's got like, I think it might be Jai Courtney as Kyle Reese. They get another actor to play Kyle Reese, and he's all muscly. And you think, no, because what I like about the Michael Biehn one is he looks malnourished.
Well, that skinny kid.
No,
wasn't that muscly?
Skinny kid. Kyle Reese.
Yeah, he was not just John Connor. Kid. Yeah.
What are you talking
about?
The
one with...
No, you're thinking Anton Yelchin.
With Batman.
Salvation. No, not that one. Another one where they recreate the opening scene of Terminator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's got a new Kyle Reese in it.
Yeah.
And he's quite muscly. And I'm saying, well, that's just lazy. They should have got an actor who's actually going to put in the time and effort to look skinny. Firstly, he should look like Michael Biehn. You know, he should look like Mr. Biehn. But when he's running along, I thought, see, that's almost what I got to a year ago when I went down to like 13% body fat. And I thought, that is a healthier way to live. You know, so there's that.
But the problem is that it's because there's always slight alterations to the timeline, isn't it?
Which is annoying.
Because I think I'm not sure. I can't quite remember if this was part of the reason of the second one, but the advancements of the Terminators is happening faster because they have leftover stuff from the first movie, innit? People would have found the arm and bits like that. Yeah, it's just left there in the factory, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is the thing. That's why the first one in particular, and the second one to a degree, you can excuse. You can excuse the second one and the T-1000. But in the first one, he's like, these ones are a lot more harder to spot. I mean, they talk with a German accent. They're like massive brick shit asses. They look like they've shit themselves. But otherwise, you can't spot a Terminator. You know, their skin doesn't look like rubber. And you think, okay, so this Terminator is sort of peak killing machine. Because why would you send anything else back? You'd send back your best. Then in part two, they go, there was an experimental one, liquid metal one. And, you know, that one's really fucking deadly. But they didn't want to release it because it was too unpredictable. And the machines, in an act of desperation, thought, right, we're going to have to send that one back. All of a sudden, part three, there's an even more advanced one. And then Dark Fate and whatever, the other ones, all of a sudden these Terminators can split in two. And I thought, if they was that far in advance, why didn't they just send one of them ones back to begin with?
Yeah.
If the T-1000 had gone back in the first Terminator against Michael Biehn and Sarah Connor, they couldn't do anything against him.
Yeah.
But it took a Terminator to bloody get ripped apart to try and beat him.
I think that's why the timeline has altered slightly. I think that's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
That initial movie, that loop is always meant to happen. But it doesn't. I guess that doesn't make sense. But surely,
But part two, it's part two you can blame for all the other ones, because part two came out and goes, okay, we knew that it was always destined that the Terminator would try and kill her in the factory. His stuff was left behind, and that's actually what led to the Terminators being created. But everything is a big, nice little loop. Part two said, no, we can change that. And I don't know why you cry, blah, blah, blah. Goes in the thing, sticks his finger up at him or whatever as he's melting into the lava. What is it? Not lava.
it's molten steel.
Yeah. So, yeah, Arnie's being put down. He sticks his finger up, goes into the molten steel. And you think, okay, well, at least, okay, they've put a full stop to it. But if every other subsequent film, oh no, they've come back again.
But that was more money-based, wasn't it?
Of course, but wouldn't you just go, oh, don't worry about it, they'll send someone else back. Let them come for us, someone will pop up, because it always happens. It's a continuing battle. And I don't like it. Ideally, I would have stopped at the second one.
Yeah, so after the second one is essentially where I feel like is when they started going on a different timeline to what would have been the initial timeline. But like you said, because everything's like it seems to advance faster. They get to the Terminator a bit quicker, it seems. Hence, then all these other upgrades coming. But yeah,
people don't have patience.
And then
watching the first one yesterday.
Is it which one is the one with the young skinny Kyle Reese with Batman?
That's the Terminator. I think that's Salvation. That's the fourth one.
Because that's when they're
that's set in the future, isn't it?
Yeah, that one is Even then, they're already making the guy who's mostly human but part machine and things like that.
Stupid as well,
isn't it? And then that's when that Arnie one,
Sam Worthington, that was.
And then that Arnie model it gets shown there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But they didn't win that fight, did they?
No. See, and this is the other thing with the Terminators.
But in the first one, they're saying, "Oh yeah, we won the fight, but one Terminator had been sent back." So then I volunteered to be sent back as well.
Yeah.
So straight away there, that doesn't make quite sense then, does it?
No.
No, because they did kind of win.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I can't fully remember.
This is why it starts.
It starts becoming quite convoluted.
They look through the films, they give a little look and they go, right, how can we... Oh, okay, well, I'll tell you what, he dies, or this one lives in this one. Oh, we'll change the future. We'll do this. But the first one is so straightforward, but so clever with its sort of rule.
Right. So the second one, I think, better soundtrack.
No.
Yeah, but it has...
How?
It has better soundtrack, better music. Of course it does.
The first one's got... Do you know when the girl's got the headphones on? It's a mistake. It's a mistake. La, 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 la. That's classic. And you got... obviously, it's the same composer for both films, but like even if you look at the Terminator theme...
Right, later I've got evidence to show that it had better...
The second one had the Guns N' Roses
It had
song.
better music and everything.
I was just listening to that as I was driving along. You could be my... The first one is such a great snapshot of the 80s, and the second one is a great snapshot of the 90s.
Yeah, it was early 90s, so it was 91, isn't it? So
yeah, but it wasn't set 91.
They would have filmed it like end of 80s, 90s.
It was set mid-90s, wasn't it? Because it was only meant to be... The Judgment Day is supposed to happen 97, and this is supposed to be like a year or two before that. So it is meant to be, because otherwise John Connor would have been like 5 driving about on the motorcycle, you know. Also, do you see his parents?
Yeah.
Scott and Janelle, is that it?
I can't remember.
Scott? I can't. God, I do know his name because there's a really good song about him, which is from his point of view, saying, "Why are you being so cold to me tonight?" And didn't we tell that kid to get rid of that bastard mutt and stuff? No Wolfie. And there is elements. Listen, part 2 I love. I keep saying it. But there's also, you think part 2 opened up the door.
It was a bigger movie.
Yeah.
It was basically just better in every way, innit?
It wasn't, you can't just say it's better.
It just is. It just is. Everyone knows it.
No, because one, it hasn't got Michael B. It hasn't got Kyle Reese trying to save her. Right?
That's because he's dead.
Hasn't got Lance Henriksen or Bill Paxton. Yeah, he died. Although in the in part 2, he is actually in it, isn't he? In a dream sequence. In the director's cut, he's in the hospital. He goes, come look at this. Look. It's really weird. It's so unnecessary. But no, also, what the second one done, which was bad, one, it opened up the door to like inferior sequels afterwards because they just thought, oh, we'll milk this to death. Because the first one was a complete circle, but James Cameron managed to break that. So we just break it again and break it again. 2, it opened up the door to cheese.
No, I actually like the fact that it has a bit more emotional connections between the characters and a little bit more humor at times.
Don't kill anyone.
Yes,
Don't you think that's a bit of a cop-out?
Why?
Because they had done that so they could give it a lower rating. Because the first one was like an R-rated movie. So that was like hardcore people getting killed. Terminator terminates people. That's his job. Not the pacifier.
Opens it to a bigger audience though, doesn't it? Like more kids and that.
Yeah, just like Batman Forever done. And loads of other films that go, oh, why don't we have less swearing in this one? And don't swear, okay? Why? Because it hurts my ears. Why? And also, look, when you watch part 3 and he goes into that strip club and he goes, talk to the hand, and he grabs the man's hand, give me your clothes, or something stupid, and puts on those cheesy glasses. You can blame part 2 for that because of when he goes into the biker's bar and says, I want your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Oh, you forgot to say please. That's fine. And then he comes out, puts on his shades. On the day I was born, he thought, cheesy song, really.
Nah, it's
bad to the bone.
Look, at the end of the day, you're just upset. It's the better movie. It always will be. It's the best.
No, whereas in the first one,
Terminator
he doesn't go back going, give me your watch, your glasses, you can keep the pants, I'll have this. He just goes up and goes, your clothes, give them to me. That's it. He ain't got time to mess about.
He grabs them. But that's because he's on the bad side. This time he's been reprogrammed to not.
No, but he hadn't been programmed to go easy on people yet. He'd been programmed.
But he didn't kill him.
He should have. That's what my point.
No,
he should have gone in there.
Because
your clothes, give them to me.
No, because
and he would have gone. There was
because there was an element of programming change happening in it that happened.
No.
Because he would have been like, you need to protect
John Connor. That's it. Everyone else is inconsequential.
Yeah, but maybe it's just like, maybe it's just in there. Just do your best to not harm humans.
Okay, right. So now also, if you take the Terminators out of the equation and Sarah Connor, and you look outside of that, other characters, obviously the first one, as I said, has got Kyle Reese, who's this guy from the future trying to protect her and stuff. He's in awe of her, whatever. Who's more annoying, him or the little boy, or John Connor in part 2?
Who are we comparing him?
We're comparing Kyle Reese and John Connor.
Right. You're comparing an adult with a 13-year-old kid.
Because they didn't have 13-year-old kids in the first one, because they knew it was too much of a kid's audience. There's such an obvious, when you think of it now, it's an obvious ploy for them to sort of let's make it more appealing to children. What if a child could control the Terminator? Stand on one leg. Yeah, do this. And also in the director's cut where he's teaching him to smile. This is how you smile. Look at that guy smiling. And he's going, trying to smile. And then when you watch Terminator 2 and he goes, yeah, definitely you, and he sort of smirks. Why is the Terminator smirking? You know? Hasta la vista, baby. Who says hasta la vista, baby?
He does.
No, the little boy taught him, says, you want to... If you want to shine someone on, it's after the vista, baby. Yeah. And eat me.
Yeah.
And
yeah. It's just better, isn't it?
No, it's cheese. Listen.
It's just better.
I'm not going to keep saying what I keep saying all the way through it.
T2 is the best movie.
Ever.
It's the best Terminator movie ever.
No. It's a close second.
No, it's not.
It's
the first.
Very close second.
Best.
And listen, when I was younger too, I used to think it was the better film.
It is the better
film. When I was a child.
It is the better film.
And then I grew up.
It's a much more action-orientated movie as well. It's fun. It's great.
It's got great action sequences.
I'll tell you some notes.
Right. Oh, very quickly. You know that first Terminator, and obviously he doesn't know what Sarah Connor looks like, so he just gets the phone book and there's like 3 Sarah Connors and he kills A couple of them. You see him kill one, didn't you? What's she look like? Do you remember when he knocks on the door? Sarah
some
Connor.
older lady, innit, with curly hair.
She's 35.
No.
35 years old, that woman is.
At that time?
At that time, yeah. She's not, the character's not 35, although she probably is meant to be, but that's how old people used to look. Sarah Connor? Yes. Kicks open the door as she's struggling away. Oh, Betty!
She like lived a full life already. Robert Patrick trained extremely hard, but the whole time he was training, he would only breathe through his nose, innit? So that when he was running, and stuff, he was already trained so that he would look more robotic and never look tired. He also apparently watched how eagles moved their heads, so he would imitate how an eagle would move their head.
Oh, I could see that.
And watched great white sharks and how they attack their prey and how they chase their prey. And
is that how he learnt to say the Galleria? The Galleria?
Maybe.
Or is it the way he sort of, is that why he preyed on young boys? Can I have a picture of John? He's a good looking boy. It's nonsense.
Do you have a photograph of John?
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
You gonna tell me what this is about?
I just need to ask questions. He's a good-looking boy.
Nonce. He also trained to shoot guns without blinking, all just to add to that robotic effect, which is really good, to be fair.
And also, he was, I don't know if you've written this, but about how fast he was as well.
No, I didn't.
He was so fast. You know the scene where he comes down and John's on a motorcycle and he's chasing him?
Yeah.
He kept catching him.
Yeah.
So he had to sort of slow down a bit just so that he wouldn't catch him. I used to actually, when I used to watch that, because Terminator 2 obviously came out in 91, so I was like 9. I wouldn't have seen it till I was about 10. I used to love the way he ran. Like it was like blades, his hands like that. I mean, literally blades in some scenes. But I used to think that's how you're supposed to run. And I started running like that. I became a lot faster. So I think it is a good way to run.
Michael Biehn was actually the first choice to be the T-1000.
Yeah,
yeah, in the role reversal. But apparently it would just confuse audiences too much. So that's why.
You know who,
Americans, isn't it?
You know who one person a studio exec wanted to push for was Stallone. Because at the time, there was multiple films where they kept trying to get Schwarzenegger and Stallone to be in a film together.
Yeah.
So like with Rocky 4, there was one exec wanted, there was original idea was Arnie was going to be the Russian in Rocky 4.
Oh, yeah.
But then obviously their egos, he's like, well, I'm not going to lose to you, you know. So they kiboshed that, and there was a few others. And this is another one that was considered because it would have been Stallone as the T-1000.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to be a bad guy at the time. He wanted to stop people or his mum would shoot him.
The T-1000, this is a bit funny. The sound they made the sound to when he transforms, it's literally just dog food sliding out of a can.
Oh, really? People are going to start feeding their dog right now. See if it sounds like T-1000.
Right, reasons for why it is maybe better than the first. Yeah. It's the only one in the franchise nominated for Oscars.
Yeah, but that's multiple reasons. No, hold on.
It won 4 out of 6.
Okay.
And it won Best Sound.
For the dog food.
Yeah. Best Sound.
How did they make that sound?
Best Sound Editing, which I didn't know was a category.
Yeah, that's what happens is you quickly close the lid on the dog food. So you go, right, that's enough sound, quick, stop it.
Best Makeup and Best Visual Effects. So it's weird because...
Yeah, but you've got to bear in mind, the first one was a lot lower. It wasn't promoted as much. It was an unknown commodity. James Cameron, he'd only done Piranha, and then he moved on to this. It was such a low budget, and it was like a sleeper hit, really. And if he'd already established himself and the first Terminator came out, this would have been... This one would have got a lot of...
Yeah, well, speaking of the budget, the first 10 minutes of Terminator 2 cost the same as the entire budget of the first movie.
Yeah.
That whole scene where Because they keep starting normally in the
But more money
future,
doesn't
don't
make
they?
something better.
mean,
I guarantee part 3 costs more than part 2.
Yeah, maybe, but
And the Salvation probably costs
I'm not
even
fighting
more.
for part 3 and 4 and 5 and crap.
The one with Christian Bale, that's the one where he had the meltdown, isn't it? Oh, good for you!
Kick your fucking ass! I want you off the fucking set, you prick!
Sorry.
No, don't just be sorry. Think for 1 fucking second. The fuck are you doing? Are you professional or not?
Yes, I am.
Do I fucking walk around and rip that? No, shut the fuck up, Bruce. Do I want? No! No! Don't shut me up. Am I gonna walk around and rip your fucking lights down?
I was looking at the light.
Oh, good for you.
Cameron tried to get Linda nominated for an Oscar, but it didn't work. He was
was
really
good at
pushing for it. But he did the same for Aliens with Sigourney Weaver.
See, this is...
And she did get a nomination. I don't think she won, did she?
No. But I'll tell you another good thing about both Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor and Ripley. A couple of years ago, Jennifer Lawrence said about how Katniss in the Hunger Games was the first female action star. And
That's not true.
No, this is what I'm saying. And straight away people went, Sarah Connor in Terminator 2, she's badass. Working out, she nearly escapes the mental home all on her own.
Yeah.
You know, and that takes ingenuity as well as strength. And she looks like she means, like, out of all the ones in it, you think, God, I don't want her to come near me because she'll bloody break my arm.
Yeah.
And then you look at Aliens with Ripley.
She's much more vicious and brutal, isn't she, in the second?
Oh, yeah, because it's the character development. She's got a great character development. But in Aliens as well, Sigourney Weaver has great character development, almost the same. In the first one, she's like petrified. In the second one, she's scared. The Marines make fun of her. They all get killed. She goes back in single-handedly to save Newt, fights the alien queen with a thing. Get away from her, you bitch. Fantastic female characters, and not a single bloke looked at him and went, oh, a woman wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because she was invested. You thought, yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
And now it's all of a sudden it's a big issue. Oh, yeah, we don't like it because it's a woman saving the day.
Yeah,
They don't care.
these days they're shoving it too much into your face and turn them into these girl bosses, but they're unbelievable characters. They were hard, like you said, you'd be scared of these women. They could you could believe that they could fuck you up.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want to go one-on-one fight with Sarah Connor in Terminator 2. She'd kick both of our eyes. If me and you tried to fight her right now, these were like prison guards trying to go against her. She fucked them up. But, you know, like there was a couple of years ago, there was a Batgirl series. Yeah. And there was a trailer for it. The trailer pretty much killed it because there's a bit, she's supposed to be inheriting all the like Batman's costume and gadgets from Batman or something. And this guy, and she's like, well, I'm going to make adjustments. And he went,
I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman. I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work.
Ugh. Arnie was actually considered to be both Terminators in the second movie, I think. But budget wouldn't allow it.
That would have really confused people.
Yeah, and so that they obviously hired the guy they did, which was actually a really good thing. Because he's actually very convincingly creepy.
Mm.
He is.
And also, he was he was talented, but he's very lucky to get that role because it was such a high-profile thing. You think they could have got a higher-profile actor.
Mm.
They could have got like a Van Damme or Steven Seagal, someone who's at least got a name on them. But Robert Patrick, no one knew his name.
Yeah, I think maybe that helps.
Yeah, but that's why I think it would have worked better if they hadn't spoiled it in the trailer. See, the first Terminator wasn't spoiled by its trailer. 1 point to Terminator.
Yeah, but that's just trailers, isn't it? Trailers
you include the whole thing.
Trailers are
video
just rubbish,
games.
innit?
Sound. You want to talk soundtrack? We talk trailers as well.
Held the record for the highest opening weekend grossing rated R movie until the Matrix Reloaded. So, and when did Matrix Reloaded come out? 2001.
So 10 years.
Something.
Held the record for 10 years. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it was the only one Oscar nominated, you know. Linda lost her hearing.
Huh?
Yeah. Linda lost her hearing in one ear permanently because during the elevator scene when they're escaping the mental institution, she forgot to put her earplugs back in between takes.
Oh.
So
Did anyone find it?
yeah,
Her earring.
yeah,
She lost her earring.
yeah. They also decided to never show. What was his first name? Furlong.
Edward.
Is it Edward? Edward Furlong never show him with a gun because it was irresponsible, obviously, to show a kid with a gun. Because, well, in a way, I agree. Because
have you seen RoboCop 2?
Yeah.
And the boy gangster, and he shoots RoboCop. You can't shoot a kid, can you, fucker? They weren't scared.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 was, you know, the studio's looming over it. Oh, let's be careful what we show.
Well, yeah. No, the studio's looming over it so much they wanted to cut that bar scene at the start. They instead of going to Cameron, they went to Arnie and then tried to get him to get the director to cut it. And Arnie just said only a studio exec would want to cut a scene like that.
Yeah,
and
that's a great scene.
Yeah,
you know,
a woman apparently walked into that bar thinking that it was just a normal bar and was just sat around doing whatever until she saw Arnie walking in with his shorts and realised it was a film set.
Oh, I was hoping he was completely naked.
No, I think
she got that one woman go,
apparently said something about it's a male strippers night or something, but yeah, she just kind of ran out of there.
Did you know what happened that night? Rodney King was getting beaten up by a policeman.
Oh,
you know about Rodney King, don't you?
Vaguely.
Yeah, he's the black guy who was beaten up by 4 coppers, and it led to the LA riots and stuff like that. That was happening that night. So Arnie's standing at the window with his thong hanging out. Oh, look at him! Beat him!
Should we put that in the movie?
Film it. I'll go over as Terminator.
See, this is one thing I didn't know. T2 has an alternate ending. Yeah. I've not seen this.
Is it the one in the future?
Yeah. Flash forwards. Judgment Day has didn't happen. He's like a senator and she's a grandmother. Apparently.
Yeah, I don't like the director's cut. That's in the director's cut because what happened? You know, you see John Connor at the beginning of Terminator 2. He's that sort of actor. I don't know his name. He's not a famous person, and he's standing there like that, looking with a scar on his face. He's got his binoculars or whatever.
Yeah.
In the director's cut of Terminator 2, it's got Linda Hamilton, and she's sort of it's an old woman, and it's obviously meant to be 2029 or whatever. And it's got that same actor as John Connor there with like his kid, and he hasn't got the scar anymore, and he's all happy. And I think it's in that playground, but it's like all futuristic.
Right, but then surely that is them almost like saying, all right, well, it rounded off. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
I've not seen it, so I can't say.
But as I said, the director's cut, I'm not a fan of. Yeah, it gives you, if you're a completionist, it's worth watching once or twice. But I always prefer the theatrical release.
No, of course. But what I'm saying is the story rounded out there. That's it. It never happened.
That wouldn't stop the studios anyway, even if they had that.
So that's why it makes sense that the third and fourth and all that.
So basically, you're saying Terminator 2's, they couldn't make their mind up. It was an undecided mess. It's a mess of a film.
Yeah.
Whereas the first one,
and yet somehow it's still loved way more by everyone else, isn't it?
Let's see if it's loved more.
In general, it is though.
I'll tell you if it's loved more. I went to the IMDb.
No. Have you got them for both?
Yeah.
Also the kid grew a lot, didn't he? Because it was a very long shoot, wasn't it? I don't know how long they normally take on.
Well, you say a lot. He to this day he's probably only 5'2" anyway.
Oh, is it?
He's short ass.
But apparently, like in some of the scenes later on, they had to actually put him in a hole just to like make him look shorter next to Sarah and things like that. And his voice cracked a lot and changed. I think they redubbed parts of the beginning of the movie with his,
Easy money.
Yeah, with his newer voice and stuff.
Todd, that was the stepdad's name.
Yes,
Todd and Janelle. What did I say? Glenn or something?
He ends up with the
spike for for the milk.
Yeah,
that's wicked. That is a good shot.
You know what? You said that the first one is. The second one is still quite creepy.
There is creepy bits. There is scary bits.
It is.
Like him coming out the floor.
Yeah, he's a very, very creepy Terminator.
Terminator, or The Terminator from 1984. What do you think got on IMDb?
What
would you give it?
Remind me, what it's just
Out of
just
10.
a 10, isn't it? I reckon it got 7 or an 8.
8.1.
Oh,
Very high rating. Very good. What did Terminator 2 get?
and 9.5,
8.
and an 8th.
8.6.
Ah, see, look.
Okay, so IMDb.
There's not a lot in it.
That's now IMDb's voted on by the general public. So I like the more actiony. I like that he don't kill too many people.
No, but the other one doesn't care about killing people.
Okay, now let's look at
that is
let's
still
look at
there, though,
Rotten
isn't
Tomatoes.
it? The other guy is still killing people, isn't he?
Right, Rotten Tomatoes. Terminator 2. The critics gave it 91%.
Why are you going the second movie first?
Because I've done it the other way around the first time. Not bad.
91%.
And the audience gave it 95%.
Yeah, see?
The audience gave the first one 89%.
Yep.
The critics gave it 100%.
No, they didn't.
They gave it 100%.
Yeah, but critics are always wrong, though.
Oh, critics are wrong.
No, but come on. No.
No.
You got to admit that when it, like, don't get me wrong, yeah, sometimes they might be correct, but a lot of the time, no one agrees with critics. No one agrees with critics.
We're critics right now.
No.
So no one agrees with us.
No, we're fans. There's
Anyway,
a difference.
I would say Terminator 2 is the more accessible out of the two. Terminator 2 I could watch with anyone.
Yeah.
I could, my mum, my daughter, whatever. Terminator 1 is the better story. I feel. I think it's more. Imagine if neither film existed, and all you had was a book of each film. So you're reading the book to your child. You're right. This is called The Terminator, and then he killed this Sarah Connor. Then Kyle Reese was on the run. But whereas part 2, you'd go like, and the truck went down, and the bike went round, and it'd just be action sequences. It'd be a pop-up book. That's all it could be. The first one is the better story. The budget, right, okay, let's look at the budget and the box office. The budget for the first film, 6.4 million.
Right. So then if the first 10 minutes of number 2 was at least 7 million then.
Yeah. So the budget for the first one is 6.4 million. The budget for the second one is 78.3 million.
Okay.
Which is a lot, but by today's standards, isn't. You got Marvel films being made for like 300 million and stuff like that. And this is, I'd say, both films are better than any Marvel film, I'd say. Nothing, and I love Marvel films, but I'd still say I hold these in such high regard. Right, let's look at the profit. So the first one, which was made for 6.4, went on to make $102 million.
Yeah, but it had a much smaller budget.
Yeah, but that's a good amount.
It's a very good return. And a much smaller.
That is.
If you're able to make a film on such a small budget, it always has a much bigger margin of gain, doesn't it?
I'll work it out for you. 6.4 million made 102 million. That is 15.92 times the budget. I ain't got that written down. The second one, made for 78.3, went on to make 517.7 million, which is a lot more. But that's only 6.61 times its budget.
Marvel films these days, 300 million.
Yeah.
Don't even get to $1 billion. Sometimes they barely go over what they spent.
So you decide who won.
No, Terminator 2 just won. I don't really have to make much of an argument because everyone does prefer the second one.
Not everyone.
Well, generally.
Everyone but me.
Generally.
You know what? Funny enough, the other day I was saying to Adam about us doing this, and he said, I think sometimes you just want to be contrary, Charlie.
Yeah.
You deliberately want to pick. It's not true. I do love the first Terminator. You know? Yeah,
I definitely like it and respect it a lot more after watching it.
Oh, I'm so grateful. But, yeah, the first Terminator, they're both brilliant. They're both in my top 50 films of all time. But they're both a lot.
That is just
either one of them, listen.
Even when I said it to my brother-in-law, he's literally said, oh yeah, second one's way better than the first. So it's just what people just say. It's just what it is, isn't it? It's a lot of people, most people.
And your brother-in-law, what is he, like a film critic?
Yeah.
What's his favourite film?
I don't know. I know.
Inside Out.
Was it American
Psycho.
Werewolf in London or whatever?
That's my favourite film.
That's one of his favourite films.
It's lies.
I think it might be
You're
his
just
favourite.
saying that.
No, honestly. But look, even on the picture, it's not T1, is it?
Well, it looks exactly the same.
T2.
Look at T1.
Look, he's got more wrinkles. He's a bit older looking.
Yeah, he shouldn't have wrinkles.
Actually, that doesn't really look like him, does it?
It's not him. It's an AI generated thing, you weirdo. It's John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun.
Next episode, I'll be talking about The Last Dragon.
Why was it The Last Dragon?
You have to wait and find out. You seen The Last Dragon?
I'm not sure.
You'd know if you'd seen The Last Dragon. You'd know.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Pasta and pizza, baby.
Pasta and pizza, baby.
Bye-bye.